What is going on, guys? This is the SS Ultimate Goku back with another video to make a wrestling video on all the worlds of wrestling right now. In the road to WrestleMania, ladies and gentlemen. So, WrestleMania is colossally terrible. It is. It's terrible right now. And it's probably going to continue being terrible. So, I'm hearing all these reports and I'm hearing all these things that are going on and what's going on in WWE right now as I shit on them. Though, I will say this right now. Before we start trashing WWE's crappy decision making as of late, I would like to crap on something else just as crappy, and that is the Observer. You guys know my stance on Dave Meltzer if you've watched my past videos. Terrible journalist. Doesn't know anything of what he's talking about. All the stuff he comes up with is a bunch of stuff that he comes up his ass. And then, however, the thing that I noticed from his little award show that he does. His little stupid award show where he has a bunch of his basement dweller fanboy voters that vote for all the AEW people and vote for all the positive awards for AEW or any organization that affiliates with them. And then any of the negative awards go pretty much 98% to WWE. Okay. So, we got that. I think they said Hangman Adam Page was their best wrestler. You guys are fucking dumb. This just proves why Dave Meltzer's fanboys are basement dwellers. Hangman is not the best wrestler in wrestling right now. Far from it. Probably one of the worst. The fact that he did not make your top 5 overrated wrestlers proves you guys don't know shit. Okay? Now, Jey Uso being on there at number 1, no problem with that. But I have a problem with CM Punk being number 2. That was fucking stupid. Y'all are fucking dumb. Y'all holding Punk to the standards of him screwing your little company over when it was Hangman Adam Page who was the reason why CM Punk is not there. He is the one who started the bullshit, all right, by going off script because he doesn't know how to be a professional. All right, you know what I mean there? Overrated, has not drawn as champion. All right, his first title reign was an embarrassment. It was a waste of time. All right, it was a waste of AEW's time for 6 months. He didn't do anything as champion. All right, then he becomes champion again this year. Doesn't do anything. Loses the title to someone who actually is the main character of AEW and MJF. The only person, in my opinion, that is actually worth a damn in that company right now, okay, other than Samoan Joe, but I'm talking about homegrown talent. You know what I mean there? Not everybody, but unfortunately, I mean, actually, I should rephrase that because there are some wrestlers that are in there that are actually good, but they don't get pushed, so nobody cares. You know, that's why Powerhouse Hobbs is no longer there. Someone who had potential and they fucked him, and now he's in WWE. He's taking less money, reportedly, because he just was sick of the bullshit with AEW. Okay? You know what I mean there? They hold guys back that can actually be good. The one guy they get right is because MJF freaking made it. He freaking went out there, did what he had to do, had the best feud in company history with CM Punk, and he's the main guy. In my opinion, he is the main guy in that company. And please, please of almighty, Tony Khan, have MJF win. You're not getting anywhere with Hangman Adam Page. Let him go somewhere else. I mean, fuck, if he comes to WWE, he's going to be a mid-card. Punk, there's no way Punk's going to ever work with them. You know what I mean there? Punk's not working with that unprofessional idiot after what he did. Okay? Nobody will take Hangman seriously in WWE. Okay? Because they know how he is. They know that he wants to go off script. That shit won't fly in WWE. Okay? So please, Tony, please let MJF retain. Let him retain. I pray. I do the Drew McIntyre. I prayed for this. I pray for this. Let MJF win. I want to see MJF be the champion there for longer than he was last time at this point. So that's my little thing on AEW there, just to show that I'm a little consistent with the negativity here. Because now I'm going to crap on WWE. Because, like I said, and I've been saying this since the day AEW came out as a company, I will trash what I think is terrible, and I will praise what is good, no matter who the company is, whether it's WWE or AEW. So, that's my stance on that there. Okay, so now, let's get on to WWE. Okay, because the road to WrestleMania has been hot garbage. Okay, the Rumble, flat. I did like Liv Morgan winning it, though personally I think Alexa Bliss should have won it. Because, I mean, let's face it, she hasn't been champion since 2018, which is ridiculous in itself there. But I like Liv Morgan winning it, though, too. But outside of that, nothing. Roman winning it is bland. The only benefit is a CM Punk will main event, assuming he retains against Finn Balor, which I'm almost certain he will. It's in Chicago. But, I mean, this is what we're dealing with right now. This is what we're dealing with right now for WrestleMania. And apparently the card is not set. They thought the card was set, but now they keep changing it again because of the fact that the ticket sales are down. Worse than they were at this time last year for WrestleMania at the same venue. Yeah. Great idea, Emmanuel, on booking the same venue 2 straight years for WrestleMania. Keep doing a really good job. You're really doing better than Vince McMahon right now at booking WrestleMania venues. That was being sarcastic, by the way. Anyways, point being is they keep changing the card around. Well, there's no card, but I mean, like, they keep changing things around on what they want to do, mainly because they can't figure out how to sell the tickets. Even though there's no matches been announced other than Punk versus Roman. Okay? Which in kayfabe, is not even official yet. Because he has to defend it against Finn Balor, which we know he's going to retain, but you get the point. In kayfabe, he's not. He hasn't officially locked it in now. Right? So, you got that issue. Emmanuel really is in this delusional like state of thinking that wrestling can be booked like UFC. UFC is real fighting, but they book things ahead of time. They have their fighters ready to go in terms of months in advance of who is going to fight who. You cannot do this with wrestling, because wrestling, you have to build the story and then announce the matches on how things unfold with the story. And I think Emmanuel doesn't fucking realize this yet. Even though he's owned the company for about like 3 years now, he still has not grasped this fact. This is why he needed Vince McMahon still around. All right, which, he resigned because of, the stuff, he allegedly did. But this is why they wanted Vince to stay. Because you need, and now whether or not Emmanuel would have listened to Vince on how to book venues for WrestleMania or other, events, pay-per-view events, is another question. But this is why you needed someone like Vince. Even though I still maintain Vince McMahon for the past 10, 15 years of being on creative sucked, I will never not stop reminding you all about this, especially the idiots that are chanting, "We want Vince back." No, you fucking don't. You do not want Vince back. He is just as bad, if not worse, than Triple H was. Okay? At this point. Stop trying just because Triple H is doing bad that you're now all of a sudden want Vince back. No. We do not want Vince back. The only thing I would want Vince back for is to get on Emmanuel's ass about how to book venues. That's probably the only thing we would need him back for, because Vince McMahon was correct on how to book venues. Okay? And this is another problem with Emmanuel. Emmanuel thinks that because of the lack of the card and because of the way the storyline booking direction is, that is the reason why the ticket sales are down. And I hate to break this to you, Emmanuel, which I doubt you're watching this video right now, but I hate to break this to you, but that's not why people aren't buying them. All right? Vince McMahon had dog shit booking for the past 10 to 15 years of his last years of owning WWE. And guess what? He still sold out the venue at this time. As a matter of fact, I think he would have already had the venue sold out by this time if he was operating the company right now. Because Vince was able to fucking do that because he made WrestleMania feel important. Okay? It doesn't feel important anymore. Okay? I'm not just saying the 2-night thing, because Vince started the whole 2-night thing. Okay? So I can't say it's because of that. Because even when Vince did the 2-night thing, he still made it important. But WWE now, under Emmanuel and TKO and Endeavor, they don't make it feel important anymore. It's just another thing to them. It's just another thing that's a big event to them. And it's not working. It has nothing to do with who's being booked. Because if that were the case, then why could Vince, for several years, sell out the arena despite the card being terrible? Okay? It has nothing to do with that. I mean, I could sit here and say that, hey, you should put LA Knight in the fucking goddamn main event, which you should, but you won't. But that's for other reasons. But I could sit here and say that we put LA Knight in the main event and it still wouldn't sell out because you're not marketing the prices correctly. I mean, last year, TKO came out and said that, oh, well, Vince McMahon, he cared more about the families, than really trying to explore, more of the opportunities of raising prices. He said that, which was stupid because this is exactly why people didn't want to go. That was the dumbest thing you could say as a fucking owner of a company. Okay? because you proved Vince right that that's what you needed to do. Nobody wants to go to WrestleMania under those prices, okay? The price, especially when it's 2 nights, okay? And now they're banning like within 50 miles of, the arenas of all the pay-per-views, like the watch parties or whatever. So if you want to do a watch party for Elimination Chamber, if you live in the Chicago area, you won't be able to. You won't be able to have a watch party within 50 miles of the Allstate Arena. I believe it's the Allstate or the United Center. Sorry, the United Center. Okay, you won't be able to have a watch party within 50 miles of the United Center. Okay, and it's going to be the same thing for Las Vegas for WrestleMania. Okay, so that's what they're doing now. They're punishing, local businesses essentially, because people won't buy these outrageous tickets that aren't worth it. All right. Another thing that WWE doesn't realize, okay, right now, or Emmanuel doesn't realize, is that the majority of wrestling fans, they're not wealthy. They're not a wealthy audience. They're low class to middle class. It's low class to middle class fans. Those are the majority of the fans, okay, that watch wrestling. Okay, those are the people that watch professional wrestling. Most of the wealthy people, they don't really watch it. And those are the people that can afford it. All right, those are the people that can afford these prices, but they don't want to go there. Okay, they don't want to go because they're not wrestling fans. All right, that's the problem you have. And you still don't get it because you think that families don't matter. You don't think families matter when that's literally your market. Your market is low to middle class families. And you creating these outrageous ticket prices, nobody wants to go. All right, the actual fans that would want to go aren't going to go now because of it. That's facts, okay? Emmanuel has done so much damage to WWE in just these couple of years that it's just insane. All right, and next year it's not going to matter because next year they're going to fucking Saudi Arabia for WrestleMania. But it just shows that when whatever the WrestleMania is after Saudi Arabia, they have to go somewhere that cares. One is a wrestling town, because that's another problem too. Las Vegas really isn't a wrestling town. We seen that last year. Nobody was really interested in it. Okay. Night 1 of WrestleMania was a snooze fest until LA Knight and Jacob Fatu stole the show. Okay. That was when people started to actually get into it. That was the first match. And I'm not just saying this because I'm a huge LA Knight fan, but that is legitimately the first match that people in Las Vegas actually gave a damn about. Okay. Which again just proves how good LA Knight is. But, of course, WWE will still ignore that. Okay? They'll still ignore that. But fucking, and it was a phenomenal match too. But this is the problem with WWE now, is that they don't understand their market. They don't understand why they're not selling out tickets, even though it's literally black and white, and they're just too ignorant to figure it out. And now we're at the point where it's like, what is going to happen next couple of years for WWE? Because WWE is not going anywhere as a company. All right, they're not going anywhere as a company. They're too big of a company to go really anywhere. But it is a concern for the future of WWE when you see things being mismanaged like this. And again, we got Chamber, again, we haven't even touched on the guys that got injured. I mean, Bronson Reed, another another Vision member getting injured. I mean, the original Vision is on the injured list right now. Seth Rollins, which led to them having to do the breakup early. You have Braun Breaker injured because of a hernia by lifting up an announce table. And now you got Bronson Reed. And this is a blow to LA Knight because if LA Knight isn't winning the chamber match, which I hope he is, please, WWE, just have him win. Don't fucking do Cody again. Have Cody face somebody else. Like, seriously. You know, it's LA Knight's time. Like, just please. If there was any pivot that they needed to do, this was the one you need to do. Okay. You need to pivot to LA Knight. I'm hearing rumors about, we're going to do a 5-way WWE championship. Why? Why the fuck are you going to? And I heard that I heard that they might do a 5-way WWE championship match, and it doesn't involve LA Knight, and it's going to involve Aleister Black. Why the fuck is Aleister Black in a WWE championship match? First of all, Aleister Black is a mid-carder. Okay, I don't even give a fuck. Like, I know he's a talented wrestler, but you gonna fucking tell me he gets in the WWE Championship match before LA Knight, who's fucking way more over? Like, this is just how fucking insurmountably stupid WWE are. Like, why the fuck is why is Aleister Black even being fucking considered for a WWE Championship match is the bigger question. He has a mid-carder that should be going for a mid-carder title at best. Okay, like why is this even being considered or being thrown around? All right, I'm also hearing the whole thing with Brock Lesnar, which I just think that's just crazy in itself, unless Brock's losing to LA Knight, which I don't even want to see that match, honestly. They're saying, this is bigger than the championship match because Undertaker, I beat Undertaker's streak, so that means my match is the real main event. Like, what the fuck, man? They're really trying to fucking stress their shit on that one. Just a bunch of random bullshit at this point. Anyways. So yeah, I mean, there's nothing right now to look forward to because you're going to have the wrong guys in it. You know, you're going to have Drew and fucking Cody again, which nobody wants to see. All right. You know, give it to fucking LA Knight, man. LA Knight needs to be in this goddamn fucking match. I don't care. LA Knight needs to be in the match against Drew McIntyre. That's the only fucking Night 1 match I want to see. I want to see, which that might not even be a Night 1 match because according to Brock Lesnar, his match is bigger. So Brock Lesnar might actually get the Night 1 main event, depending on who he faces, at least. Like, that might be the match. Now that I think about it, because I know a lot of people want him to see him to face Obafemi. I just have a weird feeling that he's not going to face him, even though that's what everyone's chanting. I have a weird sneaking suspicion that Obafemi is not facing Brock Lesnar. I know that's what people want to see, but Obafemi just made a debut, and I just don't see him doing it. I mean, I think it's more likely Gunther. Unless Gunther's taking on Randy Orton, Legend Killer versus Career Killer. I just don't see it, man. Like, that's what people don't want to see LA Knight. I was seeing people say that they didn't even want LA Knight to come out for this because they're like, no. We want to see him win the chamber. But guys, at this point, LA Knight wasn't even on the show. I mean, he was like, you see him like with the AJ Style thing. But that was it. That was all you seen him for. Like, LA Knight wasn't on the show. Now, I think LA Knight mainly wasn't on the show because I think Bronson Reed getting injured fucked things on Raw, they had to change things up because Bronson was originally supposed to win that match. Jey Uso was not supposed to win. But he got injured, and that forced them to change the plan on the fly. Yeah, I mean, I just the Masked Man storyline is screwed because all you got is freaking the original Masked Man and Austin Theory and Logan Paul. Like there's nothing really to work with now. So I just don't even know where you go with. I think this is going to be another damn situation where LA Knight gets screwed over because they have no one for him to work with, right? He has no one to work with. They can't put him in anybody. Like, you know, it was like the last couple of pay-per-views where they did that stupid bullshit. Well, you know, we had this for him, and so we decided to do this, you know. But everything got derailed. You know, like, what the fuck, man? You know, this is just so stupid at this point. Like, I'm just so sick of this, you know. And then we got the whole box storyline, too. Like, what's in the box? It's going to be revealed at Elimination Chamber. You know, some people are saying that the box thing is supposed to be the reveal of Chris Jericho. I'm going to just say this right now. Why in the flying frig do you want Chris Jericho to be the one that comes out of that kooky ass box? Okay, Chris Jericho, a future Hall of Famer coming out of some stupid wooden box? Like, what kind of bullshit is this? Why would Chris Jericho come out of a box? He's Chris fucking Jericho. The fuck would you want him out of a box? Like, come on, be real. The whole box thing is probably just some promotional bullshit thing that WWE wanted to, you know, they wanted to hype people up for this box. And, you know, because that's what they did with The Rock. Oh, yeah. We found out after the Chamber, it was like, oh, well, The Rock was only there to promote the WrestleMania tickets, and his job was done after that, right? That's what they tried to say. Or whatever, which we all know that was bullshit, but that's their whole story now, is that, you know, the whole Rock appearance at Chamber was only just to promote WrestleMania and get the tickets for it, you know. That's their whole story now. So the whole box thing is probably just some marketing ploy like they did last year for Chamber. At this point, that's what I think it is. Because there's no other reason to do this stupid thing now. You know, what in the box? Like, come on. You're going to have Chris Jericho come back to WWE in a fucking box? Like, come on. It's so stupid. That'd be dumb if he came back in a box. Like, friggin', like, it's Chris Jericho. It's Chris Jericho. By the way, when Jericho does come back, break the walls down. He's got to do break the walls down. I don't care. I know. I like Judas. I know that's his song. I sang the Judas song multiple times when he came out to it in AEW. But he's got to come back with Break the Walls Down. Okay, that song is like, that's like his WWE theme. Like, that's what I think. Like, when he's in WWE, I think of that song. You know, he's going to have Judas instead. They might do the whole Break the Walls Down and then change it to Judas or whatever. But I just think, man, this song is so iconic. I just don't know, man. That song, you know, I don't know. That's my thoughts on that. But that's all I gotta say. Let me know what you guys say. This was basically a rant about everything that's going on right now. Comment, rate, if you like this video, my videos, please subscribe. Hit the notification bell for its contents. Thank you. And that is about it. I am the SS Ultimate Goku. I'm out of here. Peace. Also, besides my YouTube channel, follow me on Twitch, the Instagram, and I do have a Discord link in the description where we discuss various topics, including this one here. Now I'm out. Peace.